Celestia is going to see very, very little of people, but everyone else has a full, nice little bit of a hut, at least to be able to at least get something. And boy, oh boy, hopefully they land on some good RNG so that way they can immediately fight this out and get this going here. See if maybe they can get something good out of it as PST decides to back off here. Doesn't want to force the fight. He actually ends up going outside of circle, trying to see if he can find some decent loot as well. A little bit of a brave start here as AS finds a purple immediately. Finds a gray dual halberds. And it looks like he's found a gray dagger. So amazing shields, just not the greatest amount of loot when it comes to weapons. Question for you: if you landed, what's the one thing that you would want more? Better shield or better weapons? Would you rather start with a gray shield but a purple weapon, or a purple shield and gray weapon?
Depends on the character too, because if I go for weapon, if I'm Shayol, I'm doing 500 damage to them. Look at split, and they have common armor. I can just go ahead and just delete their armor, like delete them. But if I'm playing if I'm playing Ziping, right? If I have armor, I can just heal that back. So it really does come down towards that. But if it was neutral, I'm going for weapon. You know, a full send W key. Just like how AS right now is. He's got a common weapon, but he's trying to throw in the RMBs and baits out verse to kind of go for a reset, which he's going to go ahead and do so. A lot of players just hanging this out, and the Railgun's kill steal off of Zhui Shi and Paste, actually losing his first life as a result. Zhui Shi having this ultimate cast is immense, but Verse has an ultimate to counteract this one, and then a RMB coming out from Railgun. Is he looking for kill elimination number 2? Because he can go through with his AS. Double parry from Railgun, kills Zhui Shi, and F2 from the sky. AS coming out here for that whisk throw, the disengage, and then a horizontal from Railgun to switch over to the dagger. He's making sure this is his game. 3 eliminations to come out here. Akame is going to be looking for his chance for the hook wings release from that blue focus from the halberds. Both of the Shayos using ultimate at the same time. It's going to be for burn. Blocks are going to happen. Akame is burning it to set one out for the second block, but of course Railgun gets parried. This is going to be a chance for range shots, and then we're going to see Railgun look for his blocks number 1 and 2, but that's going to be the kill elimination. Akame finds the elimination, and now Railgun has a 3-kill lead against Arano and Paste. That was very escalated in the short amount of 22 seconds. Time it, coach. The timer is on there.
Very fast.
Every single one of these players are like looted out of their mind with purple armors and weapons on the standby. And yeah, that's it. Just comes down towards those eliminations into this bar. I don't know if Arano is going to have a chance here to just like take this fight against Roy Shishi because it's a tumult and he's a Shayol. If he really wants to take this fight, yeah, sure, take it. But he's got to have to really invest a lot of just like taking the damage and then making sure there's no third party to attest to just griefing him, Dobby. And I think Pace right now, especially here at Jade Pond, he's going for the reset for economy here, big time.
Definitely does not want to get caught up. Really, a lot of tough situations in these areas and in these moments where things can really kind of scour off the top. Meanwhile, it looks like Spider's going to try to see if he can close in this gap with Arano. Arano just getting absolutely pelted. Here comes a fireball. We haven't seen a fireball in a good minute so far here. Arano trying to see if maybe he can work towards this as well with the shield, trying to just test and not get caught with the shield, though. Spider dangerously low. Arano turns around, does a 180, gets a nice trick shot towards it, captures the elimination onto Spider, sends him back to the resurrection here, as it looks like now AS forcing the ulti to come out, slowing down some of that momentum here, almost catching Arano inside of the dual halberds, but it looks like Akame is going to be able to catch him inside of it. Throws down, it actually catches Akame on the outskirts here. AS just trying to play this so well here, doesn't really want to force anything if he doesn't have to here, but he definitely needs to get some eliminations, and he decides to push onwards. This finds the shield swap and is able to at least get something to keep the game alive for himself. Sadly, he wasn't able to get the elimination, and that's the tough part for him here. And he ends up getting absolutely juggled and disrespected, and Arano says, hey, right back at you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Right back at you, buddy. Here.
What's his name? Paul Trades? Yeah, crazy.
Wow.
Right? I'm crossing boundaries right there. Arano is a menace here. Of course, using the pistol as much to his advantage as possible. Now he has a bow. Purple rarity, by the way. So he's got 1 arrow in the quiver. Looks for the F2. Gets one hit off of Roichichi, doesn't get the R&B jump because Akame is there to grief out for the neutral attacks, but Arano could pick up the kill right there with the pistol. He gets his soul bloom, he gets his soul 3 eliminations here, and Akame is in the position of having a half HP, takes these range shots, and Arano is using as much time from when Akame is using the blue focus, he's taking the neutral damage. As much as it comes out here, Arano is looking to burn those blocks, has himself for another pistol shot. The V2 is going to be flash step, and Arano has his last one to confirm it. Last block is available. Here's the last one for Arano to get his kill, and for it, there it is, number 4 for Arano to clean up and push the boundary. Paste still with 0 eliminations into this lobby. It is looking like it is going to be a further on beyond kill spree that he's going to have to make up for this, because Arano is not stopping. Roichichi is in the sights, and he's got F2, which forces Roichichi's F1, but since he has F2 to cancel it early, look at his skill cooldown. He's already at like 6 seconds. He's going to have enough time to go ahead and back off against Roichichi and have his skill back up when he re-engages with him in close quarters combat, right? Roichichi uses this F1. Sure, he's going to have on cooldown, but guess what? Arano's already ready to go for this end and being aggressive, but the common armor swap will delay this point of aggression. Once Arano sees that, he knows he can't kill confirm with the F2, but he's definitely going to be killing him off here once this chance comes out for the F2 to come out, and another F1 usage coming out from Roichichi, and Roichichi's going to be backing off of this end. As Arano kind of goes off of this and tries to look for this chase, it's going to work in his favor because in the zone tick damage, he so finds him and gets his 5th elimination. Goodness gracious. The roof is on fire.
Arano going crazy here, and he's already qualified here. So this being in the moment that he needs to, he doesn't really need to do anything. Meanwhile, AS caught in a tough situation here. It's not looking good. 3 eliminations for S-Rail as well. PST and AS hasn't caught anything yet. This is going to be interesting to see how this game is going to officially close out here as we see Arano and PST inside of the realm of Yang. This is either going to continue the absolute aggression coming in from Arano, or this is going to start at least what we assume is going to be absolutely an insane game for Paste if he's able to capture it the way that he wants to here. Let's see what happens here. So far, we're able to clamp down and do pretty well towards it. Arano able to work towards it. Let's see if he can find it. Definitely a lot harder here with a weapon like that here, as Arano's forced to push the ulti out. 50 seconds left on the clock. Both of them juggling for an opportunity. Both of them having their shields out here too. Trying to wait for the timing. Oh, nice pistol hit. He's going to be able to connect on the PST, destroying the rest of Pace's shields. Arano really playing this super well here, feeding off of it, knowing when to block, watching when some of this stuff is even happening as well here, and is able to actually read towards this, the entirety of it. But it looks like Arano is going to get caught inside of the jug. Now looking good for him here, as he's still been working towards this a little bit more. Arano trying to back this off. Nice little patch up the way, all the way up top here. 20 seconds left on the clock. Pace trying to see if he can do it. Beautiful parry, and Arano gets finished off as Paste is able to catch not only his first elimination, but hopefully it's going to be a really, really good momentum push towards the rest of this game for him. He needed that.
He did. Really did. This is one chance of catching this back through here and making it worthwhile, his effort of winning that Romy Yang with that Vermilion Burst buff. He's gonna have to, if he catches Railgun out here, this is gonna be a perfect chance opportunity, because Railgun 3 eliminations, yeah, he gets eliminated now. This placement points are not going to work in his favor as much as he's kind of hoping for in catching the top 12, because that's where Pace could then project his position of catching through. But Arano has these he's got all these soul blooms on standby. He's good to go. He's there to come back into this round, and Saragon is in the vicinity near to the Zest Winery, while Artisan's Grove is going to be where his Pace is going to put his residency towards. And of course, XGG's Wang Liang has Vermilion Birdsmite. We do know that Wizhui Shi also won his Romy Yang in terms of it. Spider finding a firewall kill off of Wang Liang, though, crazy. And of course, we're not gonna. I want to see where that happened, because Pace finds Verse over by the by the Artisan's Grove. He is going to be looking at using the staff as his primary weapon of choice, and of course, F2 to initiate in here after he misses the jump L and B from the staff. Going to keep it going through. Here's the F1 investment from Verse, looking for the neutrals. He's going to go for the 1-2-3s. Gets parried as a result. Pace is going to look for the jump L and B, and with it, you're going to try to look for the anticipation for the V1 Tessa. He's going to try to bait it out. There it is. Looks for the R&Bs. The F2 is back up again, and he gets the grapple stagger into the R&B confirmation. Pace needed that one too, because that's 2 eliminations on the board for Pace. 34 points. 3.6 points difference between him and Saragon. In the meantime, over by Trifield Junction, Saragon finds AS, and this is where he comes into real marks, because AS is a 0.1 difference between him and Saragon. So if AS does not get his chance here, R&Bs are released. AS finds his horizontal. Saragon pops ult as a result. AS looking for those bow shots. I'm not sure if he has F1 here. He uses ultimate in retention and looks towards the wisp throws. Now, Sragun has 2 minutes on Roman Yang depletion, right? So he really needs this. But Stanchion comes out. He can't take the time to reset. There's too much off positions coming from this Temi Wisp throw spam if it comes out, considering that AS is using V3 Tem Ultimate. Now, Sragun has himself with F2. If anything happens, if Spider wants to try to grief this out, he can do so right now. We know he's running Fireball, right? So he can take the time to force a burn off, reduce the healing. And that's where it's going to be really circumventing his health bar. And of course, Sragun takes a headshot from a bow. I heard that. Spider gets caught. It's a pitter-patter. Sragun immediately disengages. Almost gets caught into these musket shots back and forth. And Sragun's right here for the clinks and looks to try to re-engage here with the F2. I'm not sure if that's going to be the opposition for what he's looking for, because AS is looking for aiming those bow shots. The cooldown is made for Sragun to cancel that scale. Wang Liang to kill off a paste, though. That's going to be Vermilion Burst Might. Sragun, though, going to be looking to try to reposition and getting himself closer and closer to Celestra. Sragun finds the R&B. Nice. But we know the Fireball is coming out here. And of course, Sragun looks for the parry against AS and does not get any sort of hit confirmation due to the F1, and AS is now focused on Spider as Spider eliminates AS at the 37.7 range. He is now completely in position of being possibly knocked out, so long as Paste makes his chance of catching up towards that point threshold for this game.
I'm telling you, this is definitely one of those moments here, especially in the realm of Yang, that it really does take one wrong move, or at least for myself here, one really not that great like fight. And I told you, one of them is going to switch this game around, and either it's going to be absolutely insane for one or devastating for the other. And right now, AS sadly is out. He had a nice switch up towards that, loses the realm of Yang, and then he's out. Pace has a shot. This is closing in so devastatingly well here. Now, mind you, Ezreal in reality, he's still alive in this, and as long as he keeps himself a placement, he's at least able to at least get past this. Because mind you, it's only a 0.1 difference. It's only a 0.1 difference. All he needs to do is just stay alive for placement, and he's fine. Now, after this is where things get a little bit more hectic. Like I said before, we were going through a lot of different things, right? Spider trying to close this out little by little. Oh, lets the burn take do exactly what he needs to. And Ezreal is out of this game. Ace could stay alive. He doesn't have to force anything if he doesn't want to. All he has to do is stay alive for a few more placement points, and he's in. And he is in.
I think he's taking his realm Yang, though. I think he's taking it.
Dangerous realm of Yang here, but doesn't necessarily mean that it won't mean that he can't do it. It's just going to be a little bit harder. This is where things start to get just a little bit tougher. PST putting himself in a little bit of a dangerous position here. Let's see what happens as they both go airborne. PST, this is the PST cam at this point. Trying to follow it up here to see if he's going to be able to last long enough to qualify. All he needs is at least 1 to 2 eliminations, or at least a few placement points here. Fang absolutely gets juggled here. The staff putting in a lot of work here. He pops open the ulti here, pushing towards Fang, trying to catch him out into the succession. Almost he gets hit. He gets caught by the stun here. And now with the ulti here, obviously it's going to make it to where he actually doesn't get hit by it. And now it's all about just trying to keep the same aggression. Oh no, the ulti comes out, keeps it alive, but Fang able to stay alive towards it, doesn't decide to fully push on it, knowing that he has a disadvantage here. Dangerously low on it, and ends up getting parried yet again. Fang reading every single bit of hits coming through from PST or Paste. It's time for the go for the reset here. 30 seconds left on the clock here. Actually misses out on the first stun here. Fang gets absolutely juggled. Dangerously low. Trying to see if he can find it. PST wants to capture the combo. The blue focus is able to capture the strike well. The dagger was able to catch it in the air, but not enough to capture the finish, though, from that strike. The question is, can he successfully hold it? He waits all the way. Nice strikes from both sides. Pace sadly misses out on the opportunity, and Fang wins it. Time is of the essence for the man himself, who's down below the bottom. This is where things get a little bit hasty.
Dude, those ability versus abilities, like F1 to preemptive F2 from Shio, from Pace, I was like, oh my god, he's reading it. He's reading it. And then just the fact that when Fang got the parry, he didn't have a ranged weapon on standby to catch some extra damage, some extra pokes. So that's what really scared me there. But Pace into the Artisan's Grove. This is where he got one of his eliminations. There's so many players here. It probably is to note that his Soul Bloom's not there. I mean, if someone didn't pick up the Soul Bloom, then they probably put themselves. So now it's up to Pace to actually look towards who's the lowest health target. And it's Wang Liang. He's got to find the grapple, confirming the HP bar of his opponent, and he can't catch the grapples off of him, so he's going to be looking towards the next nearest one, Arano. As Arano is chasing out Wang Liang, we can see the HP bar, and Pace now knows that Wang Liang is the target to look forth into Celestra. But the problem is, it's Celestra. If Wang Liang has a quick-witted weapon for scale rushes, he will have the opportunity of just outclassing his opponents into catching them, losing track of them. They can lose their tracks, But the other thing about it is that he's got a pole sword. So if Pace really looks for a scale rush here, he can look for it. He sees Wang Liang, he finds the body. He knows he needs to reach for that body. He is hunting towards that Soul Bloom so fast, finds it, and just gets himself in that position of getting out. He finds out that there is another opponent dropping in here, and Arano has the popped ultimate. Fang is looting up the body as it comes towards the grounds in the ravine, and then there's a Tesla ultimate. Arano looks towards and getting disenchanted. This is going to be a quick-witted kill if it can happen between anybody. Nice scale rush from Pace. Hold on. He just drops right in there. Pace is looking to try to get his elimination. He's at 36.7, struggling at 37.6. This is literally placement or kill. Paceman's going to go straight towards the Celestial buildings. He's going to be looking for a scale rush here. F2 is going to be initiated. Pace looking to try to hold out. The blue focuses against Fang. Or Juishi finds his parry, I should say. Finds the jump R&B. Has the ultimate cast. He's going to be looking for his chance of dodging out to the whole extension of the Tesla ultimate, or rather, Juishi just missed it outright. But looking at in the outside, looking in, Fang is going to be the main reason that Pace feels the full detriment of this, and he looks to kill off Pace as a result. That's unfortunate for the position. That locks in the top 12, but Fang is still trying to make this his game. He's got his White Tiger's prowess in for another 50 seconds and earning these kills, Dobby. He's a menace for what just happened.
Absolute menace here. Sadly, it looks like S-Rail and AS is staying alive in this game. Qualifying officially here. Fang trying to at least capture a little bit more, some extra eliminations as well. Junshi just fighting this out, working towards this. Nice little bit of some rotations here, but sadly not going to be able to do enough. Obviously, Junshi just doing his last little bits of fighting. Fang just absolutely comes through with a diabolical kick, sending him flying here. Fang trying to see if they can capture him into it, but sadly not enough, as Junshi's going to be able to do the back off here. My only question is, out of all this, where is Spider? Nice hits from the dagger. Is going to be able to claim a decent amount of damage here on both sides here. Waiting this out on each side. And it looks like now the chase steadily starts to happen. It's dagger versus dagger. The question, who's going to be able to connect it more? Junshi trying to stay alive. Almost tries to hit them with the stagger. And there goes Spider. He's over there. There he is.
Fireball jutsu.
Fireball.
I can't. Okay, longsword jutsu. All right, you know what? I ain't gonna say anything about that. You can catch it. He has a gold longsword too. You know how Spider is with the longsword though. R&B to the R&B uppercuts. Nice dodge. This is top 2, and this is 9 minutes left. Final fight into the lobby, guys.
It's top 2. That's why I was like, "Where's Spider?" There's 2 people that's fighting, and then you go into the other place, and it's just those 2 fighting. Where's Spider at? Now here we go. Back at it towards this. Final fight. Beautiful parry. Is Spider able to read it? Nice little bit of a reset, though, coming through towards it. Is able to find it. Does a pretty good job of it thus far. Still tries to find the next bit of it. All the way towards this rotation. Fang goes up top. Keeping that momentum and the maneuvering going. Fang does not want to get caught in this. But he still is going to try to see if he can do it. Oh, nice dodge coming through, though, from that. Fireball. Almost closes in. He was like, no. Not about to get caught up by that. If they keep that one going towards that, it looks like we're going to be able to head towards the Bane's Breath here. The question is, does any of them get caught by the Bane's Breath? That would be kind of funny. Not going to lie.
You know, someone in chat said something about me saying Spider and Moonbane. So you know what? I'm saying it right now. Spider, Moonbane.
Oh. Okay. Oh.
I caster cursed it. It's the dark arts, and there's Fang taking advantage of it. Takes off his headset. He's like, "Thank you, Severio." I'm like, "No problem, Chief. I got you, homie." That's crazy.